This is it, people. This is what you've been waiting for. This is Everyday Celebrity Podcast. The podcast for everyday people with everyday problems, trying to find everyday solutions to accomplish everyday goals. Let's start the show. You welcome to another episode of Everyday Celebrity Podcast. I'm your host, Jordan Owandi. Today is a special occasion. We have a rising star in the fashion industry. She's here to explain her upbringing, her life from the streets of East Oakland to the runways of Los Angeles. She goes by the name of Margarita. Am I saying that right? I'm saying that right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here. I might be your first town artist. I think I looked at all your other podcasts, and I don't think I've seen another person that actually
like fashion
was from
artists?
Oakland.
No, everybody I interview is from Oakland.
Oh, okay. No.
Well, I don't know. Well, they're all...
Some people were from like Vallejo and like Connecticut and all these other places. And I didn't realize how many people outside of Oakland were in Oakland.
Well, you know, this is like a melting pot of people. Mm-hmm. So you were born and raised in Oakland?
Yep. Born and raised in Oakland. Born in Highland Hospital. I don't know if you know where that is, but it's like basically
I've been out here for years.
Where people like that don't have insurance are born. So at that time, like my
that's for all the like the one night stands and shit.
Maybe. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. It wasn't my mama though. Yeah.
Your parents are still together?
Yeah, they've been together for like 40 years.
Damn.
Long time.
And you are Mexican?
Mm-hmm.
Like 100%?
Yeah, my ethnicity is Mexican. Both my parents are from Mexico. From like the central part of Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Do you know a specific town?
Yeah, I've been there hella times.
What's the name of the town?
So it's like both of them come from a town that's like population 100. Mm-hmm. So it's like small little towns. My dad is from Guanajuato, and a small little town within that state because Mexico has like 32 states. Mm-hmm. Kind of like the U.S. They have like states as well. But like my dad's from Guanajuato, the state of Guanajuato, and then a small little town next to a kind of big city called Pénjamo. And then my mom is from Zacatecas.
Mm.
Yeah.
Do you have a big family?
I'm Mexican. Of course. Of course. I probably have cousins that I don't even know that live around my area.
How many siblings do you have?
5.
5?
Well, including me, it's 5.
You're the youngest?
No, I'm the oldest. Actually.
The oldest?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you you grew up in East Oakland.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And you're still in the same place from when you're still in the same childhood home?
I'm in that area.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Did you go to Oakland High?
No, I went to the school that nobody wanted to go to back in the day that everybody
Castlemont?
wanted to transfer. Yeah, Castlemont.
What year did you graduate?
2003, 4.
How do you not? You don't know?
It's been a minute. It's been a while.
Who forgets when they graduated high school?
2003. Yeah, I think it's 2003.
And then you left and then went to fashion school?
I went to like a trade school for a minute. Kind of because like I was pressured by my parents to like pick a school right away. And I'm not going to say that was a bad decision, but I did learn from it. And it was like a trade school that was like an 18-month program. But
what trade was it?
It was fashion design. But it's just kind of like they didn't really... It wasn't the best school, and it was expensive.
So were you into fashion or back then? Or, I mean, because you said you were pressured. Were you pressured to go to that?
I was into fashion. It's just that I don't think I was ready to like be fully like serious about it, or I didn't have like the confidence to.
You wanted to fuck around and shit after high school.
I was still hella young. Like I was 18, 17. So I kind of just wanted to kind of live my life a little bit before I went to school. But then I started hearing my parents say, well, you need to like either work full time or go to school. And I'm like, well, I'm going to go to school. So
what were you like in high school?
What was I like in high school?
Yeah, was you like a wild girl?
Nah, I actually wasn't.
No?
I was like the more responsible one out of my friends. So like some of them would get high or drunk, and I'll be like the one telling them like, oh, you need to calm down a little bit, or like taking them to like their house after they got drunk at school, and like holding their hand like while we got out the bus on 98th and AC Transit to walk them to their house. I was more, I mean, I could school, yeah. And I did drink once in a while just to see how it was, but I wasn't like, I guess you could say I wasn't like a square, and then I wasn't like a bad, like I was in between. Like I was still responsible, but I still had my fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got good grades and all that?
Yeah, I had a 3.0 like all throughout high school.
So what trade school, what's the name of the trade school you were at?
It doesn't even exist anymore. It's like it was called Brooks College.
Oh, okay.
In Sunnyvale.
And you finished that?
I did.
And when you finished that, did they give you what, like a certificate that you finished, or what?
Yeah, they give you a certificate.
So you had a certificate in fashion design?
Yeah. Yeah, but like I said, I wasn't like mature enough, and I still wanted to kind of live my life, so I didn't really take it that seriously, and I didn't really pursue it the way I should have after I graduated. And I think I wasn't like, I didn't think I could do it either, even though I already had like that little degree that I had.
Yeah. Did you continue school after? Or was that was it?
I did years after. Like I want to say maybe like 3 or 4 years after.
Did you go to FIDM?
No. I actually, I was hella mad because I found out that College of Alameda had a fashion program as well. And it was like hella more cheaper than the trade school that I had went to. Which in the first place, I should have just went to Alameda, but I didn't know that they had a fashion school, and I didn't investigate too much on it. But so I looked into that. So I ended up going to Alameda for that fashion program to want to transfer to SF State.
Okay.
To get because I only had from the trade school, I only had an associate's. So, and as I was looking to see like the openings, like from internships and jobs, all of them wanted a bachelor's. So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do with this?
Does SF State have a good fashion fucking classes or whatever? Because I just...
It was cool.
I know a lot of people who went there for fashion for some reason.
Yeah. It was cool. I think it could be better. I think there's things that they need to do in order to like have a better program. But overall, I feel like I fit in with that campus, and I like being there. It was cool. Okay. It was inspirational because they had like, I know that was the first school to have the ethnic studies program. So, and that's kind of like my other little passion. Like, yeah, I'm a wannabe activist, I guess, on the side. So, yeah.
All right. So, you didn't ever think about like going to school like out of state or anything, like going studying in Paris or something?
Yeah, I've thought of going to New York before, or Paris, but I was like, I don't know. I thought I was too old. I'm like, I'm too old for this. I can't be like going all the way over there. So maybe if I was younger, I would have, but no.
You know, age. There's no age limit on education, right?
I know. But it's like, you know, people are always saying like, I guess society in a way wants us to think like, oh, you have to be like a certain age to accomplish a certain thing. And then once you're not that age, you should be moving on to another thing. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. They have this.
I just saw on the news today, there was this 50-year-old who just graduated from USC.
I know.
And she was,
where was it at?
She was USC. She was Spanish also.
USC. That's University of
Southern California.
Okay.
Yeah. She's in her 50s and she just graduated.
Damn.
So it was on the news today. But yeah,
That's
she was
dope.
she just graduated with a master's, I think, in it was something that has to do with working with kids. But
That's cool.
they
Power
interviewed
to
her because she was old as fuck, but she she still graduated.
Yeah, that's what sucks. That like that kind of stuff happens in the workforce. They don't take people because of their age or whatever reason.
So how was school for you, like college?
At SF State?
Yeah. Were you like the only Latin woman in
one of the
your
few
program?
ones. One of the few ones. Like there wasn't that many. It was mostly, I want to say, like Asian or white, a little bit of black people. Yeah, I want to say I was probably one of the few Latinas.
Do you think the fashion industry, your nationality is represented like it should? No?
No. It's discouraging, and I always complain about it to people, and I always give props to like Latinas that I see in the industry, because I think it's important to see yourself in different industries, or I guess not positions of power, but just like seeing yourself reflected in different industries where you're passionate about, and you could like have a better life once you're in it, like a more fulfilling life. And when you don't see yourself in those industries, it's discouraging. So.
What are some aspects of the fashion industry that can change, do you think, to have equal representation for minorities, black and brown?
Yeah. And what some aspects?
I mean, what are some, like, should they have more models that are Latin? Or should they have more designers?
They should have everything that's more black and brown. Because everything is centered, like, whether it's unconsciously or not, it's always centered around, like, the Eurocentric perspective.
Yeah.
Like, it's always, and I understand, fashion was born in Europe, blah, blah, but, like, I feel like it's supposed to reflect, like, the diversity in the world instead of, like, just being white people. But I think it should be like, they should definitely have more Latina and black models, and then just like, I understand. I mean, a lot of Latinas and brown women, we come from a background, a lot of us, I'm not going to say all of us, but a lot of us come from like, working class background. So we don't have those opportunities maybe like white people and more privileged people do. And I think that's why a lot of us get discouraged to even be in the fashion industry.
Yeah.
But there just needs to be like more emphasis on like art and fashion in schools when we're like in elementary and high school, so we could grow up thinking like, okay, I can do this because, like I grew up with this kind of program in school, and like they told me I could do it, like more empowerment at an early age, so more people could pursue it. Like,
so who are some people that influence you?
Like overall, or in like
Just
the industry?
Like anyone.
Well, definitely like Selena. I don't know if you know Selena. Of course you do. Of course you do.
Everybody
right?
knows who Selena is.
Right. Yeah.
She's all over your fucking Instagram, isn't she?
Yeah. I love her. I love her. She's actually one of the reasons why
what is it about Selena that like that Mexican people are like think she's so special?
Think she's so special?
I mean, she is special, but why? I mean, special. I think Malcolm X is amazing.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why I think that. So why do you think Selena is so like special?
Well, I think because our community sees ourselves reflected, especially women see ourselves reflected. Finally, she took up space in the industry that like wasn't there for brown people before. So like, you would never hear like an overall in a Latina have the career that she had, the visibility that she had in both American and Mexican a music.
Was she big
industry.
in American music when she was alive?
Was she what?
Was she like really big in American music? Because I never heard of her until like Jennifer Lopez
actually,
did the
right
fucking...
before she died, she was gonna release an English album.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
she came out with that one song that I can fall in love. That song, yeah. But a lot of people didn't know about her until that Jennifer Lopez movie came out.
Yeah, I mean, because of what happened, I think a lot of people started hearing her story. But yeah, she was just like dope overall. Like she had, besides being a singer, she was a fashion designer. A lot of people don't know that, but she had her own boutique. So when I saw that as growing up, that, you know, a woman like her that looked like me, that had her own business, that had her own vision and clothes and stuff, that inspired me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of Latinas felt that way too. She was just like genuine too. And she was like, she had a lot of values, like a lot of family values that we share as a community. So I think that's why a lot of people could relate to her.
Do you base your, like the way you make your clothes, do you base it off of her look?
Yeah, basically. Like that's one of the influence. Like every time I design clothes, I always think like, okay, would Selena wear this in 2020? Or like, would she wear it now? Or like, is this influenced by her? Like, I always think like, oh, I would have wanted to design for her if she was still alive or something like that.
Do you make clothes for like girls with the fat asses and all that shit?
I mean, all girls. Well, so my last collection, my graduating collection from SF State, basically on purpose, I wanted it to be like different types of girls modeling my clothes. So I had like, and also different colors. Like I had a Central American girl. I had a Puerto Rican girl. I had a Middle Eastern girl. Like they all were like different colors and shapes. To me, it's like, that's what I want my brand to be like in the future. I want it just to be like different kinds of shapes, colors, ethnicities, and all coming together. Like, I don't want to know.
So you don't have do you have an actual brand now?
I'm working on it. Yeah.
What do you have a name for it?
Just my name.
Okay.
Just my name for now. Just my name.
So how many fashion shows have you done?
1, 2, 3, 4. I want to say like 4.
4?
Yeah.
What was the hardest like show to put on?
The one where I graduated, the graduating fashion show. That was actually inspired by Selena too. It was called Selena in the Town.
Selena in the Town?
Yeah.
Like Selena in Oakland?
Yeah. Yeah, so I wanted to combine like my influence growing up in Oakland, but then being from the perspective of like being a Selena fan too. So I wanted to merge the two together. So that's why I called it Selena in the Town.
Nice. And why was that the hardest one to pull off?
Because I had like 5 classes that I had to worry about besides like having the collection, working on a collection. And that in itself was like time consuming, and I had to work also. And I had an internship and I was part of like a fashion club. So I was trying to like spread myself out too much, I think. But that's why it was hard, because it was just finding time to do everything by yourself. It would have been nice if I would have had like 2 other people helping me. Yeah. I would have been like less hard, but.
So everyone in your program had to have a fashion show to graduate?
Yeah, you had to show at least 3 looks in the fashion show. Yeah.
So what do you make the best? Do you make like skirts the best? Socks or some shit?
I feel like I make jumpsuits and jackets the best.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because I feel like they could be a little bit more, I don't know, you could elaborate a little bit more, put more, like they're not as basic, I guess, as you could say, like some pants or shirt.
Do you make men's clothes?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Why is that?
I'm not really interested in making men's clothes. I don't know.
All right.
Maybe in the future.
What was the easiest show that you put on? That everything went smoothly and shit. I know everything doesn't go smoothly, but you know what I'm saying.
Damn. None of them. None of them. They're all, it's just, people don't even realize how much work it is to actually make clothes. Like people just think, oh, you just take measurements, you sew it up, and then that's it. But no, there's so many elements that you have to take in consideration when you're making clothes.
When you're making clothes, do you just make the shirt or the pants or whatever and then just find someone that can fit it? Or do you find someone first and then make it to their body?
Well, for the fashion shows that I did, I had to take measurements of each model that was going to model for me.
Okay.
So then off taking those measurements, I had to do like what's called like patterns. So I put them, it's like the measurements, and then you kind of make the basic shape on a paper, and you kind of put like the style that you want on the paper first, and then you take it to the practice fabric, which is the muslin fabric, which is kind of like the prototype before you actually put it into the fashion fabric, because you don't want to waste like fashion fabric.
Why is it called muslin fabric?
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm gonna look it up.
So, has this ever happened to you where you took measurements of a girl at the start of this, and then by the time the fashion show comes around, she comes back, she can't fit the dress because she was like drinking beers and shit?
Did it happen? No, actually, no. I've been lucky.
Would you get pissed if that happened? Like if she showed up on the day of the fashion show with a little beer belly?
Damn. Probably. Probably. I'd be like, you were supposed to be a model, what happened? And I would have probably had to like add some fabric to her or something. Like, I don't know. So you
can just make up some shit on the spot?
I guess so. I would have to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where do you, what kind of fabric do you work with the most? Or do you like working with the most?
I have a love and hate relationship with knit fabric, stretch fabric. I love the way it looks. I love like the way it's comfortable on the women's body, and I feel like women are more confident with it on than like versus like a woven fabric, which is not stretched. Yeah. But it's just hella hard to work with, to be honest. But I like challenges, so I'll just be working with it, and it's my favorite. I like it better than like the non-stretch fabric. What
are you working on now?
Well, mask. Mask, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, everybody's making masks now, I noticed. But yeah, I'm still making them. I'm getting a lot of orders, but I'm trying to minimize my time making them because I don't want to just make masks. Like, I want to get back to my grind.
Do you work out of your house?
No, actually, one of my family members has like an extra room that they let me use for like all my studio work. So I work in there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is like name one person, but I mean besides Selena that you think can dress like very well?
Let's see. I mean, I like how Rihanna dresses. Rihanna, who else? Aaliyah. Aaliyah, I really liked Aaliyah's style.
Little tomboy.
Yeah, I like that she was real like versatile.
Yeah, I like that look too, actually.
Yeah, like she was
like a 90s look. All the girls used to dress like that back in the 90s.
I know. I guess I kind of dress like that today too, a little bit. But yeah, she was just hella versatile. She was like tomboy, but then she was like really feminine. So that's how I like to dress. Like I like to dress tomboy sometimes. Sometimes I like to dress sexy. Sometimes I like to dress like comfortable. I don't like to be like the same all the time.
Have you ever traveled outside the country? Or besides Mexico?
Yeah. I want to say several times actually. Yeah.
Where'd you go?
I went, besides Mexico, I went to the Dominican Republic. I went to the Bahamas. I went to Barcelona. I went to New York, Miami.
So you're like a beach
Cancun.
girl.
Yeah, I love the beach.
Okay.
Like, I feel like I was probably in my past life, I was like somewhere in the beach, like some Caribbean girl or something like that. Yeah.
You know how to swim?
No. Ironically, no.
You just sit on the beach?
I just sit on the beach.
You don't ever get in the water?
I get in the water, but it's like, you know, until the water hits me to a certain point, I'm like, okay, past that, I'm not going past that, because I guess I got a little bit of a phobia or something. I don't know.
So are there any, you know how in any job, there's people who like try to step on your toes and like stab you in the back and shit like that. Are there any fashion wars with in that industry? Like, do people have beef with each other and shit?
Oh, like that one movie? You probably never watched it. It's usually like a fashion movie that everybody watches. The Devil Wears Prada.
No, I mean, I know. You
probably heard of it.
I heard of it. Yeah, I never watched it though.
Yeah. So you're talking about?
Is that a true story?
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I mean, basically, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it can be, actually. Yeah.
Have you ever interned with someone like that?
Not to that extent. Like, I've interned in places where it wasn't that great of a situation that I went into. But it wasn't to the extent where like it was like, oh, this lady was like throwing coats on people's faces and like in that movie, Devil's Wear Prada. But yeah, there's competition. There's a lot of competition, and some people are not good competitors, I guess you could say. Like, they won't help you out if they can. So,
who's your favorite model to work with?
Model? I wouldn't say I have a specific model. I just like working with women that like, they have a good spirit. Like, that they be like confident in my clothes, that they're happy to be there. Like, I don't know. I just like working with good spirit, like women that are positive and like to take care of themselves internally and physically. So,
are you a feminist?
I guess you could say. I don't want to put myself up there with the women that are really like about that life, but I agree with many things. Like,
do you want children?
Maybe. Not like 5 kids like my mom. No, that's too much.
That's what every Mexican woman says, and they end up having 5 kids.
I mean, yeah, a lot of them do at a really early age.
You got nieces and nephews?
Yeah, I got hella nieces and nephews.
Okay,
yeah. Big family.
So you
they're
said
mixed too. There's a lot of mixed nephews.
Oh, they're mixed. Like mixed race?
Yeah.
Mixed with what? Black?
With black. Yeah.
Okay. Your parents didn't give a fuck about that?
No.
Because you know that situation.
Oh yeah, yeah. Some
Mexican
Latinos
families, they do not want their daughters dating black men.
No, yeah.
I know that from personal experience. Your parents not like that?
Oh, you know from personal experience?
Hell yeah.
Oh, you dated a Latina?
For like 5 years, and then all of my brothers, they have kids with their wives are all Mexican.
Oh damn!
Every single brother.
All of them.
All of them, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you wanted to carry that on, huh?
I mean, it just happened. I mean, I was in Southern California, so.
Oh yeah. There's nothing but Latinos in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And her parents did not like me.
Because you were black?
Just because I was black, you know?
Yeah, that's hard.
The funny thing is, I mean, me and her are still cool. We're just like friends and shit now. But this was like way back in like 2008 and shit. But the funny thing is now she ended up being with another black guy, and then they ended up having a kid together and shit.
So it didn't work out for her family anyways,
exactly.
huh?
So, yeah, her mom was racist as fuck. But yeah, there's a lot of. Why is that?
You know, I think it's media has to do a lot with that. Because you know how like media, every time you hear like something like, oh, some robbery or like some drive-by or anything like negative, it's mostly like Black people, supposedly, which we all know that's not true.
I mean, it's mostly Black and brown. That's what I don't understand.
Yeah.
I mean, we both are in the same fucking predicament.
Yeah, we go through the same struggles. We both oppressed, marginalized communities. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's a little bit of that. Like our family sees that, and they think like everybody's like that, and like the race in general is like that.
You did outside your race?
Have I dated outside my race? Yeah.
The white boys?
No.
Yeah.
No, I can't. I can't. I tried once. That's
You tried?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like I started talking to a white guy, and I was
When
like,
was this?
nah, this.
College?
Nah, it was like it was my boss's, some friend of my boss's, and she tried to hook us up. Like, she really liked me.
You were
like,
trying to get that raise?
She was cool. Nah, not that way. No, she was hella nice. And I guess, like, I don't know, I was telling her about some stuff that I was going through. And I guess, like, she wanted to hook me up with
You guys went on a couple dates?
Yeah, but that.
Get physical?
No. It's just hard to relate to somebody that doesn't know, like, you know, the struggle.
Yeah.
It's just like, what the hell are we gonna talk about? Like, you know, and he was like privileged and
Yeah, that is a problem.
yeah.
So you said you are into like community service and shit? Well, not community, like jail community service, but like
No,
you're an
I don't go to jail.
activist.
Yeah, I'm a wannabe activist. Like, I'm not there yet.
What are some things that you are really into, that you're passionate about as far as activism?
Like, I guess like equity in our educational system, and then as well as the criminal justice system. Like, I think it's really like fucked up for brown and Black people, and you probably are. Everybody knows that at this point. So I guess like for me, I like to spread awareness to people that otherwise wouldn't be like exposed to what the reality is of these systems. Because I've had like a couple, maybe like family members or like kind of like not close friends, but that kind of don't know what it is to grow up, you know, like in an underprivileged atmosphere, you know, like neighborhood, and they don't know, I guess, like the real perspective on many things, that the systems that affects us all as communities. So I like to like be like, you know what? No, this is this way. And like, I like to post a lot of things on social media about it. And I've been to a couple protests in the past, but.
You ever volunteered for any cause or anything?
Volunteer for a cause? Not yet. I want to do that though soon.
Are you really into like women's rights and all that shit?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it affects all of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. But I still haven't been to, like, that, what is that, the May Women's Right March that they do, like.
Yeah, I have no idea. They have a women's
I still haven't been to that
Talking
march.
about that pussy hat march?
Yeah, that one. That one.
I don't even know if that's it. I think that was just, I don't know, I might be wrong, but yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there was a women's rights march.
Yeah, there's one, but I don't think it's that one, but yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to, in the future, do more like community service. In the future, I want to like give back to the Oakland Unified School District, and maybe like start a little program, like a fashion program in it, something like that. Yeah.
Have you ever made anything for anybody who was famous?
I'm in the works actually right now.
It's in the works?
Yeah. It's
Name drop this person?
So of course you know who Jay-Z is, right? So he has a label that's called like Rock Nation label or something
Rock
like
Nation,
that.
yes.
Yeah, but he has like a Latin division to it.
Wait. You're telling me you're working with Jay-Z?
No.
Yeah.
No. Just somebody from his label.
Somebody from Rock Nation.
Yeah. From
An artist?
Yeah. It's actually their first Mexican artist signed.
A woman singer?
Yeah, a women singer. Her
Not
name.
Rosalita, is it?
No, she's not Mexican.
She not?
She's not.
You know who Rosalita is?
Yeah.
I love
How
her.
you know about her?
I know shit.
Oh, you listen to reggaeton too?
Reggaeton?
Yeah.
Man, not really. I mean, I know.
But you know who
I
she
know
is.
music. I mean, I know who Rosalita is. Yeah,
Yeah, no.
I like her. She's dope.
Yeah, I like her too, but she's not. She's actually Spanish, so she's actually technically European.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not her. It's her name is Victoria La Mala.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a story behind that. Actually, I was working on one of my projects from SF State. We were supposed to like design for a student with disability. So I designed for this girl who happened to be a Selena fan, by the way. But so I'm like, okay, let me make a design that revolves around that has some influence in that. So I ended up making like a jumpsuit for this girl with a disability for our fashion show. And I took pictures, I took videos, I uploaded it on my Instagram. And I happened to be following this artist like from months ago. And I always I always thought she was really dope. Like her style, her music, I really loved it. So I always like would show her love or like comment and then she started following me after a while. So when I uploaded these videos, she commented on the jumpsuit that I made for the disability artist. And she's like, oh my God, I love this. And I couldn't believe it because I was following this artist and I really love her. And like, I feel like I could relate to her a lot. So I thought like, okay, I'm not going to lose anything. Let me just ask her, like I could make it for you if you want. And so, yeah, I tagged her and I told all of my friends like, oh, can you like my comment so she could see it? So she won't miss it because, artists, they have like hella comments and likes or whatever. So she ended up like responding to me and like, she's like, like I would love to like inbox me, direct message me and we'll see. And then, yeah, like we ended up. Was
she already with Rock Nation when this was going on?
Yeah. Yeah. She was signed like, I think a year or two before. Yeah.
And does she make music in Spanish or?
Yeah, she makes mostly in Spanish.
What's her name again?
Victoria La Mala.
Okay.
Yeah. You'll find her on my Instagram.
Is it reggaeton music or?
What I love about her is that she does all types of music. So she does like Mexican music, like real Mexican music. But she sometimes mixes it up with like reggaeton music and like urban music in general. So, and she's like I guess one of her taglines, I guess you could say slogans, I don't know. But like she wanted to say like, she would say like, oh, I'm the equivalent of like if Tupac and Selena had a baby. So like that's her artist. So that would be her.
Interesting.
But, yeah.
That'd be a crazy ass baby.
Right.
Good looking too.
I know. I love Tupac too. So I'm sure that would have been a cool baby. Like.
So you're basically making one piece for her, or you're like making her a little cover art. You design
like
all her clothes for a little album or something.
It's that jumpsuit, and I'm gonna do my best in it. So maybe later on, if she likes it, we can continue to work together.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
I know. I actually was supposed to fit her. I was supposed to go to LA just to go because I like going over there. But then I was also gonna fit her over there because she stays out there. But I was gonna fit her before the quarantine happened, and then this whole mess happened.
But you met her before though, right?
Yeah, I did fittings on her and everything already. That was the last fitting I was gonna do to perfect the fit.
Yeah.
But then this whole thing happened and that's put on hold. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how was besides that? How else has quarantine affected your life and your business?
I mean, It's been good and bad for me. Like, I feel like I have a lot more time to work on projects that I need to work on. Like getting this whole brand thing rolling more. But then also, I was also in the middle of interviews with some companies to get like a full-time job, to get like the money rolling, like, and the experience rolling for me. So now, like, that's put on pause too. So that's the bad side of it.
What companies?
So good and bad.
What companies?
I was going towards like more of the LA companies. So I had like, I was going to interview for Fashion Nova and like all these other companies.
Fashion Nova's in LA?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Who the fuck created Fashion Nova? Do you know?
Actually, I was looking it up because, you know, like I have to get before interviews, or like if I if I apply for it, you have to kind of get like a knowledge of the company. But it was Middle Eastern people actually.
I still don't understand what the fuck Fashion Nova is. Fashion Nova a brand of clothes, or is just like is it just like Amazon where they just sell a whole bunch of other people's shit under the Fashion Nova?
Supposedly it's a brand of clothes.
It's a brand of clothes.
Yeah, at this point I think it's a brand of clothes now because people like
so I can't go on Fashion Nova and look for like some Nikes or something like that. It's only Fashion Nova stuff.
Yeah, it's only Fashion Nova.
Okay, yeah, that's what I didn't understand about that. Yeah. And that shit blew up because everybody's fucking. Yeah,
because they were backed by Cardi B too. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, I mean they were bigger before Cardi B came though. I mean they were already known, but way before Cardi B stepped on the scene.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
anytime a celebrity backs up something, it like blows even up more.
Okay. Yeah. So what were you gonna do for Fashion Nova?
I applied for it was a sample coordinator position because I was just trying to put like my foot in the door. Because it's harder.
Doing more than putting your foot in the door working for Fashion Nova, don't you think?
Yeah, but like, you know, it's a sample coordinator is not the same as like a designer.
What is that exactly?
So it's just like you would be handling like the samples of that come in for photo shoots and like organizing them, like kind of inventorying them, putting in order, like all those kind of things before photo shoots.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's not like designing. So it's harder to get in designing in a company because they want like a hell of a lot of design experience before they hire you or through an internship. So I thought I could just.
And you're past the internship phase. You're like, I'm over that shit.
I feel like maybe 70% of me wants to like get over that, but I feel like I just need one more experience under my belt to have better opportunities when I'm applying for all these jobs as a designer. So
basically, you want to move to LA. That's what I'm hearing. Yeah. How come you haven't made the move yet?
Well, actually, I was supposed to this summer, but I don't think that's going to happen anymore, to be honest. That's probably going to happen more like the end of the year or beginning of the year. Yeah.
Why do you like LA so much? Is it just because of that's the place to be if you're for that what you do, or you like the lifestyle?
In the West Coast it is. In the East Coast it would be New York. So I want a couple years in LA and then hopefully in New York. But besides that, like I don't. They have like nicer weather. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like cold weather. Like the Bay Area is.
But you don't think it's better out here because there's less competition in your field? Instead of going down to LA where they're like everyone wants to be a fucking actor, singer, or like fashion designer.
That's true. I mean, yeah, but there's more opportunities too. Than here. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
How often do you go to LA?
Every year. Mostly every summer actually. That's where I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, these masks. Where can people find these masks from?
So I just finished. No, not really finished, but it's like 80% done. My website where I have like my work. It's kind of like my portfolio, and then also my mask section. So you just go to my Instagram at La Fashionista, actually La_Fashionista underscore Ayala. Yeah,
You're gonna have to spell that shit
I need
out.
to change that. Yeah.
That's very long.
Yeah. But Ayala is like Ayala. And then you go there, and then I have the link tree on my bio, and then that just leads you to the mask and my website.
What made you start making these masks? Were you just like, oh shit, this is an opportunity to make some money, or
No,
did someone
no.
come up to you and be like, yo, can you do this for charity or some shit?
Actually, my mom kept telling me, like, can you make some masks for everybody? Like, can you make some masks for your dad? He needs some because he's still going to be working. And so I was still trying to navigate, trying to survive quarantine because it was just hard for me at first. And so I finally ended up making these masks, and then for the family, and then I posted it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it on Facebook before Instagram, and then people started telling me like, "Oh, how much you selling them for? You should sell them. You should sell them." So I started getting all these people telling me that. So I'm like, "Oh, what the hell? Let me just sell them, I guess. Let me have fun with it. $15 each.
$15?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean, they're nice. They're worth $15. I mean,
$15 is not a lot of money.
Yeah.
To me.
It's not. Some people are selling them for like $40 now. 50.
Yeah. Some people are like going overboard with these, like, oh, like it's like an accessory now. Like you got the fancy purse, you have the fancy mask now.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah, I think it's stupid though, but.
I mean, some people do.
Just give me a regular ass paper mask and I'm good.
Yeah. Some people like to be extra though, so I guess it fits them. Yeah. I'm actually gonna join like a startup, a women's startup group that just makes like fancy like masks with hella embellishments and different stuff. So
what's the name of this group?
Masquerade.
That's a good name.
Yeah.
There's just a bunch of women making masks.
Mm-hmm. From a bunch of women from the Bay Area. Actually, Anne Marie, which you met before.
Anne Marie Bustamante.
Mm-hmm.
Did she create it? Did she create this woman?
No, a friend of hers or like a roommate of hers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you guys got to sell the masks or give them away for charity?
So they have this one deal where like if you buy a mask, I think you get like 3 donated to a charity of your choice.
Okay.
So yeah, it's linked to
well,
charity.
if you happen to make a mask and stitch Everyday Celebrity Podcast, I would definitely buy that one.
Okay. We'll see. I'll talk to them. Because I don't have an embroidery machine. I'm working on that. But
do you know how to embroider?
No, I'm going to learn though. I have all this time now.
Embroider is just like stitching, right?
Yeah, but it's like Yeah, you have to have like a certain machine for that.
Are you good at like stitching up patches and like jeans and shit? Like if I have a rip in my jeans?
Yeah. I do my sisters all the time. My sisters, my brothers, everybody. Yeah.
All right.
I also like if the pants are too long, I do the hem too. Yeah. Yep.
All right. Well, tell the people where they can find you. Like, tell them your website.
Damn, my website.
Tell them your Instagram where they can buy your mask. I know you already said it, but let them know again. Say it slowly and spell it out.
So my Instagram is La Fashionista, which is LA_fashionista_Ayala. So AYALA. That's my Instagram. And then my Facebook would just be Margarita Ayala. And then just MAR, just like the drink, MARGARITA, Ayala, AYALA. And then my website, I don't know about memory. You're going to have to post it like somewhere in here. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll post it, I guess.
Sorry. I don't know it. I just did it. But yeah, if you could post it, that would be great.
All right. Are you selling clothes on your website?
Not yet.
Not yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
That's going to be in the works.
Just information stuff on there?
Yeah, it's like my portfolio / my mask site right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. And also, do you have an email for the young
Yeah.
Black and brown children who want to reach out to you?
Yeah.
Probably be your intern or something.
So it would just be my name again, Margarita. And then _Ayala@gmail.com.
All right. Well, you heard it first here. Everyday Celebrity Podcast. If you guys want to reach out to Margarita, listen to whatever the fuck she said. I'm not going to repeat it, but listen to all that. Reach out to her. Support her. This is the perfect time to support her and buy those masks. They're only $15. And yeah, if you are a black or brown young woman, teenager, who have any questions about the fashion industry,
I would love to help.
Yeah, what it takes to make it in that world, or you just want some type of direction, or I don't know if she's looking for that, or you can try to be her intern or something. I don't know. Reach out to her.
That's a good idea. I didn't think about that.
Yeah. You just said you need help and shit. So, yeah. So, Margarita, thanks for coming on Everyday Celebrity Podcast.
Thank you for having me. It was fun.
Yeah.
I love this idea that you have going on. By the way.
Yeah. Hopefully you get real famous and you can give me a shout out when you're at Rock Nation and shit.
For sure. That's going to happen.
Yeah.
I love helping like other people doing their thing, like especially in Oakland and the Bay Area. So, of course, that would happen.
Dope. I see it coming. You'll make it. All right. This is Jordan, Margarita, Everyday Celebrity Podcast, and I am out. You.